Dear students, I begin this session on the topic communication. In general, the communication means the exchanging of thoughts, informations, emotion, and ideas through gesture, voice, symbols, signs, and expression from one person to another. In other words, communication is simply the act of transferring the information from one place to another or exchanging the information from one person to another. Methods of communication: face to face communication, signals communication, written words through letters communication, electrical innovations. In that electrical innovations, telegraph communication, telephone communication, radio communication, television communication, internet through computer. You know that the communication system consists of three basic components. One is transmitter, second one is the channel is a medium, and third one is the receiver. This is the general model of communication system. First component, that means transmitter. The transmitter that converts the electrical signal into a signal suitable for transmission over a given medium. That means the transmitter will convert the information signal into electrical signal. The information signal is maybe audio, video, computer data, etc. That is converted into an electrical signal and it is given to the channel or medium. Transmitter it consists of oscillators, amplifiers, tuned circuits and filters, modulators, frequency mixer, frequency synthesizer, and other circuits. The communication channel, second element. The communication channel is the medium by which the electrical signal is sent from one place to another. That is, in this type of media, electrical conductors through wires, optical media, the light, free space. In radio communication, the free space is the atmosphere, system specific media, water in the medium for sonar. Next, third block, that means third element is the receiver. The receiver, it accepts the transmitted message from the channel and converts it back into the form understandable by humans. That means the receiver will accept the electrical signal from the medium and it convert it back into the information signal. So that information signal is understandable by humans. Actually, the receiver consists amplifier, oscillator, mixer, tuned circuits and filters and a demodulator. That means detector. That means this demodulator will separate the information signal. Types of electronic communication. The electronic communication are classified according to whether one-way transmission or two-way transmission. Second one, analog or digital signals. Next, radio communication system. In radio communication system, it is all, in this system also, the same I had explained at that time in the general communication system, the same elements, that means the transmitter, channel and the receiver. So the transmitter will convert the information signal in this information signal means audio. That in this information signal is the audio. The audio will convert into an electrical signal and it is modulate. That modulated signal is transmitted to the channel. Channel is the medium. In the channel, in radio communication system, the channel is the free space. In radio communication, the free space means is the atmosphere. We can say the atmosphere. That modulated signal is received by the receiver and, and demodulate, and this block will do the demodulate. That means demodulate means it separates the information signal. It separates the information signal from the unwanted signal. The information signal means back to the audio frequency. That is understandable by the human. Next, in the other side, the noise. Noise degrades or interferes. Noise degrades or interferes with transmitted information. So, the next slides, we will talk about the modulation, and we will see that what is modulation, why it is used in the modulation, communication, and what are the different types of modulation. If we consider the speak signal, that means it's a human voice signal up to 3 kilohertz. That means it contains the frequency up to 3 kilohertz. If we consider the audible frequency, that means audible frequency is 22 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So this loop frequency, that means the message signal, is known as baseband signal. And if we want to transmit this baseband signal to a long distance, and there are some challenges. So we will talk about these challenges little later. But the thing is, the baseband signal cannot transmit it directly. But with the help of high frequency periodic signal, it can be transmitted easily. That means it carries the baseband signal. But the question is how to impose this message signal, that means baseband signal, on the high frequency signal. On the high frequency signal means it's a carrier signal. So that any signal has three properties. That means amplitude, phase, and the frequency. So the modulation is the process where one of these properties of the high frequency signal, like the amplitude, phase, and the frequency, can be changed according to the baseband signal. And based on the weak properties changes, there are different types of modulation. But before that, first of all, let us see why the modulation is used. The message signal cannot be transmitted directly to a long distance because the power of the signal is low, hence attenuation of the signal. First, why the modulation is used? First one, to reduce the antenna size. When the signal is transmitted wirelessly, and the size of the antenna is very important. So this size of the antenna is proportional to the wavelength of the transmitted signal. So let us say the size of the antenna is equal to lambda by 4. So let us say the size of the antenna is equals to lambda by 4. Now the relationship between the frequency and the wavelength can be given in this expression as shown. C equals to lambda by lambda into f. For example, if the transmitted signal has a frequency of 10 kilohertz, and its wavelength is equal to lambda equals to c by f. You know the c equals to velocity of light, 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Then the lambda equals 30,000 meters. And if size of the antenna is lambda by 4, then the length of the antenna is 7,500 meter, and the size is actually impractical. On the other hand, next, the signal is transmitted at, let's say, 10 megahertz. 10 megahertz. Then the length of the antenna is L equals to 7.5 meter. In fact, this size of the antenna is manageable. And the second reason is to reduce the interference. So just imagine. In a single room, three persons are talking with the same person, and the person cannot get anything. Three persons are talking with the same person. So just imagine in a single room, three persons are talking to the same person, and that person won't get anything. That means anything means is information, any information. Similarly, let us say if 5 different frequency range are transmitted without modulation to single channel, and there is an interference between them, and at the receiver we won't get the transmitted signal. Suppose if we transmit the signal with modulation of different high frequency signal and there is no interference between them, so we can get the transmitted signal easily. So using this modulation, interference can be reduced. Now let us see the types of modulation. There are 2 types of modulation, the analog modulation and the digital modulation. If the message signal is analog, then it is known as the analog modulation. If the message signal is in digital form, that means ones and zeros, then it is known as the digital modulation. So first of all, let us talk about the analog modulation. So based on the type of the high frequency signal, these analog modulation can be further classified into 2 types, that means continuous wave modulation and the pulse modulation. So if the high frequency signal, that means carrier signal, is continuous wave signal, then it is known as the continuous wave modulation. On the other hand, if the high frequency signal, that means carrier signal, is a pulse signal, then it is known as the pulse modulation. Next, first of all, let us see the different types of continuous wave modulation. So mainly there are 3 types of modulation. First one AM, amplitude modulation, second one FM, frequency modulation, and third one PM, phase modulation. So in the case of amplitude modulation, the amplitude of the high frequency signal, that means the carrier signal, wave changes according to the message signal. According to the message signal means information signal. This is the message signal, this is the low frequency signal, this is the message signal, and this is the high frequency signal, this is the carrier signal, and then the amplitude modulated wave look like this. You can see that change of the amplitude of the high frequency signal, that means carrier signal, in accordance with the information signal in the modulated wave and in the modulated signal. Next, frequency modulation. In case of frequency modulation, the frequency of the high frequency wave is changed in according to the information signal, that means message signal. So, with the increase in the amplitude of the message signal, the frequency of the modulated signal will also increase. Similarly, with the reduction in the amplitude, the frequency of the modulated signal will also reduce. Next, phase modulation. Similarly, in the case of phase modulation, the phase of the modulation change in accordance to the message signal, that is the information signal. But in amplitude modulation, the amplitude of the high frequency signal, that means scalar signal, change in accordance with the information signal, but in this modulation, the frequency and the phase remains constant. In frequency modulation, the frequency of the high frequency wave is changed in accordance with the information signal, but in this modulation, the amplitude and the phase remains constant. In phase modulation, the phase of the modulation can change in accordance to the message signal, but amplitude and phase remains constant. Thank you.